Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm reading because why not? This is what I'm reading. 7 Husbands. Finally. Better late than never. Okay, but yeah, this is what I've been reading for like the past week or so, and I am on page 108. And I'm very late to reading this book, but it's been on my TBR for a while, so now we're making that happen. The past like 2 nights, I've literally like fallen asleep and then woke up at like 4 a.m. and then just read up until sunrise. That's what I did last night and the night before, and it just feels amazing. I like reading when the world is asleep. Right now the world's not asleep. It's like 2 p.m. but I'm gonna read because I've been scrolling through TikTok for a very long time, so I think I should do something better with my brain, and now I'm gonna read. Okay, yay! Hey guys, I am currently deep conditioning my hair. Don't mind this. I don't remember the last time I updated you or I filmed myself reading, but I am now, I don't even remember what page I was on last time, but I am now on chapter, it's like a couple weeks later, it's probably like 2 weeks later. I'm on chapter 50, page 282. Yeah, I have this much left. I'm ready to move on to a new book, but I just want to update you on my thoughts about this book so far. This book, you guys know, this book was really popular on Book Talk. Popular books, I have very mixed feelings about popular books. Books that are very popular, I expect so much more from them, and because I expect so much more from them, I kind of prepare myself to be disappointed, because from what I've like experienced in the past, when I've read like a book that was very hyped up, it's not like when I read it like I hated it, but like I wasn't crying and throwing up when I read It Ends With Us, for example. You know what I mean? I remember I read Daisy Jones and the Six and I really loved that one. I did not even think I would like that one, but I really loved that one. And since this is by the same author, like I really wanted this one to be good. And I'm not saying that I hate this book or I don't like it. I think I like the way that the story is being told, but just the main character, Evelyn herself, I don't know if I'm too fond of her. And it's just because of the way, like, I guess just her character. Like, I don't think I would be friends with someone like her, basically. Her values and her morals are very different from mine. So, you know, I just feel like I don't really have things in common with her. What I like that she's a strong-minded woman, and I like that she knows how to get what she wants, and she's like determined, basically. But what I don't like is the way that she's getting the things that she wants. I feel like she's vain, and I feel like she kind of uses her looks and her body to get what she wants, and to get her fame, basically, which I don't think is right. Because I just feel like, what kind of message is that sending for young woman? From what I'm getting from this book, it seems like people think she's good at what she does, like she's a talented actress, but at the same time, people really, really love her because of her looks, and she knows that people love her because of her looks, and she's using that like for, what's the word, to get her way, basically. Like, that's what she used to get attention. Lack of better terms, I can't think of words right now, but I don't like how she's vain, and I don't like how she's like just using her looks and her body to get whatever she wants and to get her way in life. But I'm almost done with the book, and I'm really excited to see how it ends, because I need to know why she's doing this, why she's like even agreeing to like tell her life story right now. I don't even know if I ever explained what the book was about, but basically this Hollywood superstar, Evelyn Hugo, she's basically doing this interview and telling this the girl who's interviewing her, Monique, she's telling her about her life and all of her 7 husbands, and just, I guess, her life story in general. But she kind of like has a secret that she hasn't really told Monique, because Monique is trying to figure out, why is Evelyn telling her this? And Evelyn's saying like, because I want you to write a biography of me when I die. But it's like Monique's thinking like, okay, what makes you think you're gonna die? Like, what's going on? I think either Evelyn is like sick and dying, like maybe she has some type of terminal disease, or she's planning to, because it seems like Evelyn's very dead set on the fact that she's gonna die, which we all will eventually, but like it seems like she's like planning ahead, which is why she's asking Monique to interview her and to write her biography for her. This author, Taylor Jenkins Reid, she does give some very, very great quotes, and the characters in her books are very iconic, to be honest. Like Evelyn Hugo, although like I just said a couple things that I don't like about her, she is an iconic woman. Very much like it reminds me of Daisy Jones from Daisy Jones and the Six. Daisy Jones was an iconic woman, and especially when I was more so like in the beginning of the book, learning more about like her backstory, Evelyn's backstory. She reminded me of Georgia from Ginny and Georgia, just coming from like a small town where she wasn't really treated right, and she was kind of like on her own, having to fend for herself, things like that. I feel like she's calculative, is that the word? I feel like she's smart, but instead of using her brain, she's using her beauty, which I don't know how I feel about that. Well, I do know how I feel about that. I don't like it, but anywho, that's how I feel about the book so far. I haven't been recording myself reading that much recently, because I haven't been reading in the daytime. I've been reading at like 3 a.m. past couple days, and that's why I haven't been recording, because I just forget to record. Clips that you guys have already seen of me reading, I was reading during the day, during an appropriate hour when normal people read. But off camera, I read at ungodly hours. I'm still in search of my 5-star reads. If I'm being honest, I don't think this is gonna be the one. I don't think this is gonna be the one, but I did get 2 more. I did get 2 more books recently. I got the reappearance of Rachel Price, which I'm super excited about. This is by Holly Jackson, the same author of the AGGGTM series, A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, which I did do a reading blog about me reading the second book in that series, so you guys should go check that out. I'm really excited for this one. And then I also have If He Had Been With Me. This is another like popular book talk books, but I'm really late to reading this book. This one is a new release, but this one, I don't know when it came out, but I just know that I'm very late to reading it, and I don't even know if I'm gonna end up getting to this summer, or if I'll just hold off on this until the fall. But I think, if anything, this might be after this book. Maybe I'll find a summer romance, maybe. I've realized recently that I'm not really that into romances, not as much as I thought I was, so we'll see what happens. If this isn't a 5-star, I really hope this is the one. Hey guys, my hair looks a mess right now. Okay, we got that out the way. Okay, thank you. Let's move on. Okay, I'm almost done with this book. I am on like page 53. I have like about 20 pages left. My thoughts so far. I think for me, I have a hard time connecting to the main character or like relating to her. I think mostly just because of my beliefs, and like I said, the things that she values, I just don't, you know? But one thing that I really appreciate about this book that I'm realizing, especially towards the end of the book, is that like I feel like there's this message of, I'm gonna turn on the light, sorry, I just felt like it was a bit too dark. I feel like there's this message of like life is short, and like the people that you have in your life, and like the relationships that you have, you should really cherish them, because like somebody could be here today and then gone tomorrow, or here today and then gone 10 years from now, and like by the time they're gone, like they're not coming back. And it's like you're always gonna, like at the end of it all, we're probably gonna feel like we didn't have enough time with the people that like we're with the people that we love and whatnot. Yeah, I think that's an important message that I just realized. So yeah, anyways, let's keep reading. Okay, I have something else to add. Miss TJR. This is the second book that I've read of hers, because I've read Daisy Jones and the Sixth, which is also by this author, and one thing that I'm seeing like in common with this book is that by the end of the book, like a character passes away at the end of the book. It's the same way in Daisy Jones and the Sixth. And I don't know if that's a spoiler. I'm sorry guys if it is. I'm not saying who. I don't know. I don't feel like I'm like super attached to these characters, but I guess it's just since I've like throughout the book I've like been reading about this character, and this was such an important character. Now like they're gone. It's like it literally feels like heart-wrenching, to be honest. Like I can feel in my chest like you know, I don't know how to explain it. And it was the same way in Daisy Jones and the Sixth, when someone died at the end of the book, and I was just like yeah, that's that.
A few moments later.
Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh, guys, literally everyone in this book is dying. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Then again, like this book and this story, it's like it takes place like over decades, to be honest. Like it's like a whole timeline from when this woman was like a teenager up until like her 70s, 80s. So of course people are gonna come and go in your life, but like now that I got like 20 pages left of this book, it just feels like everyone is dying. Like, what's going on? Jesus! Guys. My theory. I don't even know if I told y'all my theory, but my theory for why Evelyn wants Monique to write her autobiography. I feel like my theory is coming true. Oh my goodness.
12 seconds later.
What is going on? Wait, I'm so confused. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Guys. Oh my goodness. There is so much going on. Cut the cameras. Honestly, at the end of this video, at the very end of this video, I'm gonna give my thoughts about this book, like my true, pure 100% thoughts about this book, and they will contain spoilers. I'm gonna give a disclaimer right before that clip shows up, but I'm gonna spill some tea because now I just feel like I can't take it anymore. I gotta cut the cameras. Hey guys, good morning. I just woke up. It's like 8 a.m. But I wanted to give you guys my final thoughts on this book, and I don't have my camera. I'm filming on my phone. The reason why I wanted to do this right now is because I have to go return it back to the library today. I can't wait until I'm more put together to do it. Anyways, my final thoughts on this book. Unfortunately, it is not a 5-star. I'm on the hunt for a 5-star read, and this one was not it. But it wasn't terrible. I didn't hate it. After reading it, it took me a minute to like think about what I should rate it, but I think it's a 4-star, to be honest, because I just feel like anything less would be too little and anything more would just be too much. So I think it's just a regular 4-star. I liked like how it was Evelyn telling us her story and how it's like interview style. There's a whole bunch of dialogue. I love that. I love reading dialogue. I've said this before. I don't like the things that Evelyn does or things that she values. I don't like them. I don't agree with them. This book was like surprisingly very different than what I expected. Especially like her love story. Like she married 7 husbands, but it's surprising and ironic who she was really in love with. I was expecting this book to be like more, I guess kind of like Ginny and Georgia, but more like, you know how Georgia is in Ginny and Georgia, and like her background, and then how the things she had to do to get to where she is. But she had 2 kids with 2 different men. She had a previous marriage where her husband died. I expected it to be something like that, and kind of just like a woman who makes her way through life and gets what she wants no matter what it takes, which she does do. Don't get me wrong, she does do, but it's just it's different. It wasn't what I expected. Quotes, guys, there were some good quotes. There were some quotes that were like relatable, but there was also some quotes that were just like good and like caught my eye. And like the way Evelyn is described, I don't know much about like Marilyn Monroe or like her story, but she reminds me of Marilyn Monroe. Like especially like with this cover picture. I see like a little bit of her face right there, and then like the dress. She reminds me of Marilyn Monroe, like the blonde hair, very much represents beauty, could be voted as the world's most beautiful woman, a glamorous life, things like that. Reminds me of Marilyn Monroe. And also vanity. I feel like she's kind of vain, especially like her in her younger years. I feel like she was very vain, but also the way the world looks at her, they look at her in a very like vain way. Like they just look up to her because she's pretty. Okay, I was about to get to quotes, but I want to say something else. Okay, Taylor Jenkins Reid. I feel like she has a habit of, I haven't read her other books. I've only read Daisy Jones and the Six, and this one, but so far I feel like she has a thing for making her characters die, because I remember in Daisy Jones and the Six there were people who died in that book, and then there's some people who died in this book as well. So I'm like, is this a thing that she does? Like, makes the characters die? I didn't have any quotes. I wish I did, but there were some good quotes. I need to do that with my next book. I need to tab quotes. Not necessarily that like they were relatable or agreeable, but like I just liked them. Like they caught my eye. It's like just in the middle of the book, a little bit towards the ending, I was just like, okay. This might be like a 3-star. You know what I mean? But then like towards the end, there was a plot twist that really bumped up the rating for me. And that plot twist was very interesting, to be honest. Like, the book really was nothing like how I expected. Absolutely not. And I think this book really taught me that it is important to cherish the people around you because we all have an expiration date. Okay, I'm about to give my thoughts on the plot twist. So this part is going to contain a spoiler. So this is your trigger warning. There's about to be a spoiler in the next clip. So click off if you don't want to hear it. Okay, let me tell y'all how I think it went down. Harry Cameron was in love with a man, James Grant, who was Monique's father. Monique is the woman who's writing Evelyn's story, who's interviewing Monique. Monique doesn't know how her dad died. She thought he died like from drunk driving, right? But Evelyn, when she got to the crime scene, she saw that Harry Cameron was the one driving. Monique's dad was in the passenger side. But Evelyn decided to save Harry, like take him to the hospital, and then put James in the driver's seat and make it look like James was the one driving instead of Harry. I guess because she didn't want the world to know that Harry was gay. I don't know. Harry ended up dying in the hospital. James ended up just dying in that car because they left the crime scene. Evelyn and some other guy that was like her taxi cab driver. So that's why she chose Monique that's why she really wanted Monique to be the one to tell her story, because I guess she wanted to like apologize or let Monique know that Evelyn knew her father, and let Monique know like who her father really was. And in this book, they use a lot of language like that. They use language like the world knows what I am, people know who I am, what I am, and by that they mean like their sexuality. And I don't know. I thought that was kind of weird. I don't know. I don't know if like that's how people in the LGBTQ plus community like how they talk, how they communicate, but I thought that was like interesting, especially saying things like what I am. I don't know, it makes it sound like you're not human, because at the end of the day, at like the very baseline, we're all human. But when you say like what I am, it's like makes it sound like you're superhuman or like you're very, very different from other people. Then again, back in this time, because this was like the 1900s, like the 70s, 80s, 60s. Back then, I'm sure being a part of that community was more abominable than it is now. So, I mean, I guess that's also why they just felt the need to keep it so much of a secret. Anyways, where was I going with this? Okay, yeah, the plot twist. Plot twist was very interesting. It had me confused for a minute. Towards the end of this book, I was like, my heart was racing because, like, you know, everyone was dying and this plot twist. I really needed to know, like, how it was going to end. And also, my prediction was correct. I had a feeling that Evelyn wanted Monique to write her story because Evelyn was planning to herself. And I was right because she did herself. Thing is, what I thought was so ironic, okay, when Monique's dad died, Evelyn could have saved him. Evelyn could have turned around and saved that man. Tried, like made an effort to. And also Monique could have done the same thing because she knew that what Evelyn was about to do. She knew Evelyn was gonna. Monique could have turned around and gone to save her and convince her not to do it or stop her, but she didn't. I don't know. Like she wanted Evelyn to die, or if she was angry about her dad. I honestly don't know why she did that. Evelyn is like an interesting woman. Like the way she's described in this book, like the way she's described as a woman that like grabs you and really does not let you go. Because Monique, at the end of the book, like it's like she had so much anger towards Evelyn, but still she was like obsessed with her. Like, so at the end of the book, she's with her mom. Monique is with her mom, right? And they're about to watch one of Evelyn Hugo's old movies. And so her mom wants to watch the movie, but Monique's kind of like on the fence about it. So she's like, I don't know. I say, not wanting to have anything to do with Evelyn, but also hoping that my mom will talk me into it because I know that on some level, I'm not yet ready to truly say goodbye. She's angry at Evelyn. She doesn't want anything to do with Evelyn, but at the same time, like, it's Evelyn Hugo and everyone loves her and everyone's obsessed with her. And Monique feels that as well. And I guess it's also like some sort of like attachment from like being like hearing her entire story over the past, I don't know how long it took for her to do this interview with her, but hearing her story and like, I guess she became like so attached to Evelyn and who she was. Yeah, they make Evelyn sound like, just the way she was described in this book, she sounds like such a phenomenal, I don't know, a phenomenal woman, but like just a woman who really grabs you and doesn't let go. That's how they make her sound. Like, you just someone that you can never forget. It's definitely not a 5-star, but and it's because I really just don't believe with like, I don't agree with Evelyn's beliefs, and I don't think it's sending an appropriate message for like younger women. Also, I guess women in general, to be honest. I don't believe that you have to use your body and your looks to get everything you want. That's ridiculous to me. Like, I think Evelyn, she worked with what she had, but I just think that there should still be like self-respect, which I don't think she had enough of that for herself, especially when she was younger. Yeah, so overall, this book was a 4-star read, and I am now on to the next. Anyways, thanks guys for watching this video. Thank you for reading with me again. If you've read this book, let me know what you think about this book. And if you haven't read this book, let me know like what you're currently reading or what you want to read. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, cookies.